first down 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
On play action, now Garoppolo. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 19 yards that time for number 19.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. On second down, McCaffrey. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get into a manageable third down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number one.
Well, let's be honest about the whole thing. When you're looking for a reliable set of hands on third down, the first thought is often not fullback, but that's who they turn to there, and he does a nice job of securing the football and picking up the first down.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
The same target, same result. It's Kittle.
Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Man coverage on the left side, so I really like the design of this play, because they opened up the field and brought their tight end the other way on a crossing route. That's a lot of ground to cover if you're a defender. I've been there before, unable to stay with his man there.
And quickly, he just gets that ball out of there. Not quite sure what he was doing, and here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Garoppolo again. Got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. Getting it to their back, out of the back.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Nasir Adderley.
And the Chargers are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line.
Definitely not the ideal time to see that mistake, partner, because this is still a one-possession game, and that's at least a field goal that just vanished with that turnover. Now, pressure's on defensively to prevent that pick from turning into points for the other side.
The Charger drive about to get going. And they'll begin inside their own 10, so field position certainly not in their favor here. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And they'll get him down up past the 15. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. I don't know what this says about me, but I love successful runs up the middle when the blocking is so well executed like that.
And it doesn't matter whether it's zone blocking, whether it's a power scheme. When you have a blocker on a defender and then the running back can read it, find the proper hole, and just go, it's sometimes a thing of beauty.
Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Now a signal and a timeout call, as it comes with 9 seconds to go in this first half of play. That time on the run-pass option when he decided to throw it. Not a quick little drop-off. He went downfield a bit.
Reminiscent of a triple option quarterback in college because he faked it inside, and instead of immediately throwing it out to the perimeter, stepped back in the pocket to find a target downfield.
Herbert on first down now. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. The big completion there, and he gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
Very heady football. That allows them the opportunity to go ahead and line up and kick one right before the half ends.
Dustin Hopkins on for the field goal. A 52-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us. Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
From the 27, Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Justin Herbert sacked by Nick Bosa. A loss of 9 on the play. Brings up third down.
Third and long, it's Herbert. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Azeez Al-Shaair able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. Here's J.K. Scott now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. Taken right around the 44. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners set up well. They take over first and 10 on the short side of the field. So first and 10 now from the 30.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk.
Touchdown, 49ers. Brandon Ayuk. 30 yards. And the 49ers have moved out in front. Gold with the extra point, and that makes it a 17-10 score.
Niners 17. Chargers 10.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Chargers take over first and 10. their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. That throw into the arms of Allen. Finding room at midfield. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds all the way down inside the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 72 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. This drive, which was going so smoothly, all of a sudden it's a little bit of a roadblock here with 2 straight incompletions.
Yeah, apparently this defense has had enough. Apparently they're saying, no more. We're making a stand right here, right now. But it is 3rd and 10. They've got to get after him one more time.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Herbert now. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And a pretty nice tackle there. Ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
I thought maybe when he caught, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
They snap it to Herbert. This is caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Gerald Everett from 4 yards out. And the Chargers' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Hopkins with the extra point. And that will level the playing field at 17 all. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as it kicks away.
Their catch made at the 25-yard line. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Well, partner, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one up to around the 33. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. Third down, here's McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a 1st down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Wow, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
On 2nd and 10, Garoppolo.
That's caught downfield by Kittle.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Looking to throw. Garoppolo. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. That one unable to develop. Never got going. A loss of a couple. And it's second down.
Here we go.
Garoppolo now. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. So the sack of Garoppolo. And now what can they come up with on 3rd and long? He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
I think that we all figured when he called it that short of the marker that the defense almost relaxed and said, we've got this covered. And then all of a sudden, space to run after the catch. And now they're screaming, somebody get him down. Fortunately, they got to him and forced the 4th down.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. And I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
They're on 17.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously.
2nd and 11 now.
Herbert. They finds his target, Allen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That could very well be a defining play in this game. A touchdown, that gives them the lead, and they took a major step towards getting there with that big play right there.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got it to Williams. And some room to run now. There he goes, left side. Touchdown, LA.
Mike Williams.
His 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
Now the Chargers use the defensive breakdown to take the lead away here in the 4th.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete.
Finding room at midfield. Down the sideline he goes. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
The offense has to love that because that was just a dump down and then he turned something out of seemingly nothing.
And the best quarterbacks understand that dumping it down is often a good play, a better play than even what was drawn up.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. He really hasn't been able to get on track running the football, averaging less than 4 yards a carry.
Yeah, I think that they're going to enjoy the film session because all the defenders are filling their proper gaps on just about every play. And you know what they always say for a defensive coach? When I click off this film, I better see 11 jerseys in the picture going after the ball carrier.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
48 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person that's on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Garoppolo. He's got a man. It's his fullback.
Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down.
Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a third and goal.
And that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Third and lead. Here's third and goal.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And it's caught. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. Fourth down.
Well, they certainly didn't get what they wanted on that play. That means it's a big-time decision on what you call on fourth down.
Absolutely, because a field goal here doesn't do them much good.
Here we go. One, Omaha.
They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown.
Christian McCaffrey
With his second touchdown of the afternoon.
and the Niners answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth-quarter lead.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
From his end zone, here comes Carter. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the fourth.
Here's second and 10.
Now it's Herbert.
He's got Eckler.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10. Up the middle with Eckler. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Brings up second and 9 at the 39-yard line.
Herbert going to throw.
And then Williams loses the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away.
And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down.
Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. And my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception. I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. And he will manage to get out of bounds here with the first down as they stop it with 27 seconds.
A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Herbert to throw.
Williams brings it in.
And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
Chargers going to use their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. So on comes the kicker, Dustin Hopkins, in a big spot. This to potentially send us to overtime. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will tie this game here in the final minute of play. So in the final minute, they turn it over to their kicker to get him back to even, and he does not disappoint.
Brandon, do you think the pressure ever gets to this guy? Because I sure don't. That was pretty smooth right there. But I'll tell you, he better not rest on his laurels because there's a good chance they may need him again if this game goes to overtime.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And Charles, obviously not much time left. I'm curious to see if there's enough for them to get into field goal range and try to win this thing.
And partner, you and I both know the safe call is to kneel and just take it into overtime. But it's also very tough to pass up a chance to win it right now as well. But remember, if you do attempt that, it's got to be a big play downfield and still leave yourself enough time to get your field goal unit out there and kick for the win.
So after the sack, they'll come up on a still manageable 2nd and 13. And this is going to be intercepted. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there.
Robbie Gould to kick off for San Francisco.
So 4 quarters couldn't settle a winner, and now the Chargers going to get the first opportunity here in OT as the kick is away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
It's a gain of 11. Brings up 3rd and
8. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And Allen's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. So he hooked up with a veteran there, and in overtime, that's not a bad idea. Go with the age and the experience.
Yeah, because sometimes the young guys, they give you the fresh legs and give you all that bounce. But in this type of a situation, sometimes those legs slow down a little bit as the enormity of the moment overwhelms them. The veteran guys, they tend to come through.
The slot man in motion right. And they'll send the slot in motion left. Eckler now between the tackles. And he is going to lose yardage here. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
When coaches stress their defense being physical, they don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Here's Herbert. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 33 yards that time. Well, in overtime, I think Coach is always wondering, where's that magic line for my kicker? They're already in field goal range after that big play.
I'm glad you brought that up because that magic line can change throughout the game. It's constantly being updated by teams. It starts with pregame. Okay, how do you feel? As the game goes on, they might ask him again, still feel that same number? Is it a different number? Right hash, left hash, what do you need? And that goes into the play calling in OT.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Fred Warner. And the Niners are going to have it with a chance to win the game here in overtime. Boy, that's a tough one right there, CD. They fought back to tie it, to send it to overtime, had all the momentum, and then that interception.
That fighting spirit, those fighting plays that got them back into it, maybe a little too aggressive there, throwing the interception, and now they've opened the door to get beat by a field goal, coming back the other way.
Play action, Garoppolo. He'll buy some time right. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Keeping the aggression going on defense in overtime here, a 1st down blitz.
You know you can get burned on it big time if they pick it up. But in this situation, they brought the blitz, put some pressure on the QB, and he wasn't able to complete a pass downfield.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Austin Johnson gets the sack defensively. Here comes the 49ers punter now. On for a very important punt here in overtime. 51 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Herbert. They'll find Everett there, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. Back-to-back completions, and that puts them in enemy territory.
And we're always looking for that elusive term momentum, aren't we? And I think they're building it with the back-to-back completions. Now they feel like they can either take a shot or continue to build it the way that they're doing now. Safe throws, get it to their playmakers, and see what happens.
On 2nd down, Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns. But guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
Herbert. Throw right side is into the hands of his tight end, Everett. He'll get it inside the 20. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
With that last completion, CD's now over 400 yards passing in the game, and quite a few of those have come via some pretty big strikes downfield. Certainly not afraid to challenge this secondary, and it's been successful.
I like your observation there, partner, because I agree. This is a group more than capable of torching a secondary any week, as evidenced by their combined stat line here. And in the time we have remaining, wouldn't shock me at all to see them take another deep shot.
They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down.
Because his primary job is defending against the pass. You don't often see a cornerback making tackles in the backfield. But he's playing run all the way here.
$13 yards remaining on 2nd down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Herbert. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward.
And the 49ers will take over here just shy of the 30. As a quarterback, Charles, right now all he can do is shake his head. An interception the first time he touched the ball in overtime, and then again here on this drive.
And, Brandon, I would think in most cases, if you throw an interception in overtime, you're not thinking you're going to get a second chance, and he did, and threw a second interception. He's hoping for a third, but right now he's counting on his defense to hold him and give him a chance.
And 5 yards, not going to cut it here. That clock continues to run. Nasir Adderley that time making the tackle.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake. Garoppolo sliding out of the pocket. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
With McCaffrey off the option. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49.
One overtime. How about two? We need another. We're still even. We'll switch sides and have that second overtime in just a moment. First down, Garoppolo gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
Good route, good pickup for first down yardage, and that is a tough one to cover, the angle route, because a running back getting out of the backfield, if you're trying to cover that, especially if you're in the linebacker spot and you're seeing this play develop, he heads out towards the flat first, and that often gets you to overcommit running in that direction. Then he cuts back up inside you into the middle of the field. That's what we just saw there for a nice pickup.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he'll be close to a first down at the Chargers' 28.
80 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football. Right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you. And until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there available to them.
A handoff left. McCaffrey calling no gain there, and it leads to a fourth down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, zero, nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
So now it'll all come down to Ronnie Gold. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good. And they have won it here in double overtime.
So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
Well, partner, you and I were excited for this one today, and certainly had its moments. Some good execution at times by both of these offenses. Defenses both made some plays as well, and always a joy to be up here in the booth next to you, my friend.
Yeah, it's a privilege to be up here in the booth next to you as well. Thanks for taking the time, and let's go ahead and get ready for our next one, right? I'll see you in the film room. Get that preparation started now.
Come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. I pull the sword out the border, walk a floor full of cobras. Go to war with you all, we can brawl toe to toe. I can tighten loops in my lace and make lightning lose in a race. I make fire cool and come back from the triangle in Bermuda. I can suit up, live in the moon up, working and outsmarting computers. I can outswim all the tuna, and that's without a scuba. So in the laws of nature, I'm breaking the rules. Only thing I'm bad at is being a loser. I can make time traveling a surprise. Make graveyards feel alive. Break the immortal down to his demise. Look up and beam to the stars so you can turn off the lights. I come alive in the dark, and I keep getting stronger. Tonight I hunt with the pride. You can't take my pride away. I can sing with the birds and the trees in the morning, or roll like the storms way over the ocean. My limit's the sky. I do the impossible, impossible. Shine if I want to. I win every time if I want to. The world mine if I want to. Make the world mine cause I want to. Even on the days when I'm late as ever, my timing is right. Even in the darkest moments, stay close, I'm that shine of the light. I can make an earthquake nervous.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Baltimore Ravens and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
The drive will commence with a run by J.K. Dobbins. And they are not going to let him turn the corner. Some serious pressure right out of the game. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down. It's probably a pretty good sign here on the opening drive of your guys from the secondary are coming up and spilling things in the backfield.
How about the adrenaline and aggressiveness that led his eyes to the backfield to run up there and make that tackle, setting a tone early for his defense.
Able to locate Andrews here on the out route. Finding space at the 40.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 36 yards on the play. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. Does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Here's Jackson.
He'll dump this off complete to Dobbins. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Only needing 2 yards on second down. Jackson on the give to Dobbins.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. Flush to his right. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds just inside the 25-yard line. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding opens.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up 3rd down on the sand.
The play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson.
Throwing for his running back, and he's got it complete. So he stopped for no gain. And that's going to make it 4th down. So Jackson will head to the Ravens sideline, and on comes Justin Tucker for the field goal try. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. No touchdown there, but if that first drive is any indication, looks like they're going to have a pretty good day passing the football.
I would say confidence would have to be pretty high after that first drive, able to throw it almost at will. You're exactly right. They didn't get the touchdown, but 3 points serves as a nice notice about how this offense is going to move.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
Their own 17-yard line.
Herbert and the Chargers now with a 1st and 10.
At their own 17-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's complete to Williams. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Williams. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 23-yard line.
Here's the first carry for Austin Eckler. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. First down, Los Angeles there with a pickup of 14 yards. We often give credit to the O-line there. 2 tight end formation. Those tight ends block pretty well also.
Yeah, that's one of the most dynamic positions in football now. The tight ends who can block at the line of scrimmage at the point of attack, and they can also get downfield and catch the football.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. They'll roll him out right. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. That is caught. It's Williams.
And he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone.
And the Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Here's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. 12 more yards there and another first down.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at 1st and goal.
3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Ravens 3, Chargers 0.
Throwing quickly, and Herbert completes it. He finds his receiver, Williams, for a Charger touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab.
And the Chargers have taken the lead.
Hopkins with the extra point, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away.
This taken in at the goal line. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. They had just given up the lead, and they get it right back.
Yeah, how about that? Answered quickly. Got right back to it. And look, long drives have their place. We know that. They can wear teams down. But when you hit them with big plays like that, that can really be a shot to them. A big-time one.
Yeah, one play, but now your defense is probably saying, man, we could have used a little more rest over here. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Charger drive about to get going. And another drive starts with them huddling in their end zone, Charlie. Where have we seen this before? Very recently, but the last time they had it backed up like this, they took it the length of the field.
Hard to do that once, let alone the idea of doing it twice. But, of course, that's the goal. So, as a secondary deal, get 2 first downs. Help yourself a field position and help your defense out.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage.
On first down, it's Herbert. Got an open man. It's Josh Palmer. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. It's another first down on what will be a gain of 21 yards.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that?
Quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Again, Herbert. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Third and long, it's Herbert. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Multiple defenders getting to him there for a huge loss. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Yeah, he was looking for the check-up bounce, didn't get it. That scoots all the way into the end zone now for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Offense running back out here, and you remember last drive was pretty quick, about 10 seconds, Charles. One play, very long.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well. Well, obviously, you never want to fumble, but if you do, good to be towards the sideline and saves them the possession.
Saves the embarrassment, saves it going down on the play sheet as a turnover, but I still think it should go to the deep.
And a loose football, and picked up by the Chargers. And he is going to bring this back inside the 20 to the 18-yard line.
You can admire his willingness to sacrifice his body to try and pick up the first down, and I do. But let's face it, you know his coaches are going to warn him about diving or extending for a marker for this exact reason. So much easier to have the ball knocked free when you're extended like that. So if you're going to dive, you got to make sure you secure the football, which he didn't.
Now Herbert following the turnover.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
And to put it mildly, this is a tough spot defensively. They have to come right back out and defend their red zone. But how about that good first step towards forcing them to settle for at least 3 points? I think they're also thinking bigger right now. Imagine being able to stop them totally and change the momentum.
This caught left side by the tight end Parham. And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, Herbert. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. Justin Houston making his presence felt there in the backfield. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score.
Herbert jogs off, and out comes Dustin Hopkins to take this kick for L.A. on 4th down.
This from 44 yards away. Hopkins' kick is good, and that will knot us up at 10.
So the fumble recovery hadn't set up an ideal field position, but they can muster only 3 points out of it.
Yeah, when you're able to force turnovers, especially when it results in field position like they had, you really want to make it hurt. Here, they take the field goal. That's definitely not what they were hoping for.
Take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal and they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive? A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown, but they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take possession of the football.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive.
And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Herbert on first down now.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around a 30. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
Meanwhile, Jackson's throw into the hands of Andrews.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, Jackson. And he's got his tight end. That's Andrews. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see.
1st and 10. It's Dobbins.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. And we will not have a run back here as the second half starts with a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
And he fires one, but incomplete.
We're into the second half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with a football. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. The play fake. Here's Jackson. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
Jackson now off the bootleg.
Oh, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
This defense has passed its first 2 tests by forcing back-to-back incompletions. They know there's probably another throw coming on 3rd down. Let's see if they decide to force the issue by sending people on a blitz.
A chance of wasting this great starting field position. A real threat. This is 3rd and long. Jackson from the shotgun. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Charger drive about to get going.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. After the sack, they're starting a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Another try after the 1st down sack. Herbert, he's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. That one covers 29 yards, 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up the 1st down.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Herbert. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
This is what defensive coaches ask of their defenders every single ball game. Get a hand on every total in coverage. They want the deflections. They want the knockaways. Pick it yourself if you can, but at least knock it down and guarantee it's incomplete.
To the air again, Herbert. And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
On 4th down, Herbert. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down play doesn't work for the Chargers, and the Ravens are going to get the football back. So they've gone for it twice now on 4th down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2. If they get into a 3rd situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. From the gun, it's Jackson. Yet again, targeting and finding Mark Andrews. He's got room at the 30. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And that is caught, but he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge, incomplete.
We know all the receivers go through those tiptoe drills, right, trying to get their feet down inbounds. But a lot of the times what we don't talk about is when they're up in the air and they catch the ball. You ever notice how they're reaching back with their feet? Not just straight down, but back because they're trying to create enough distance to make sure their feet are in bounds. They weren't able to get it done on that one, though.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
And Jackson throwing once more. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Give them credit for excellent coverage, tight coverage. They're doing a lot of things that we talk about in basketball. They're causing disruptions in the passing game. And as long as that continues, it'll be tough for them to gain any momentum throwing the ball downfield.
So that one is his third of the game. Now, if you're wondering, that's only halfway to his career high, as he once had 6 field goals.
Brandon, but 6? Let's hope we don't get that again, please. Can we see a few touchdowns here and there?
That'd be nice.
No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
They've got some stuff to build on from that last drive because they moved the football, CD, and then they tried to go for it on 4th down, didn't convert, probably left a bitter taste in their mouths.
I would say so, and I think that they go out in this series determined for that not to happen again. In fact, they don't even want to get to a 4th down opportunity.
This is intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The throw here to Andrews, the tight end. Past the 20. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, 75 yards. And the Ravens will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the third.
The Ravens will line up for the two-point conversion.
Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. So they go with a pass there on the 2-point try and able to convert it, Charles.
And a good job by the offense figuring out their 2-point play and using it well. It's interesting how people are using the strategy nowadays, though, isn't it?
It really is, and I don't know how much that particular play factored in, but with the PAT moving back in 15-16, that kind of changed things, didn't it?
It's really a part of everyone's strategy now. When I talk with coaches and when we sit with them, they always talk about they actually have 2-point periods in practice now, something they never really did before.
The Charger drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Add the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. 3 quarters in the books. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
28-yard line.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw here, Herbert. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
On Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And the Ravens are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. Another solid game-changing play for this defense with the interception. At this point, though, I don't know that it's game-changing. I mean, they've got this one in firm control.
And you always hear about, those stories about someone left their game plan behind and maybe you benefit from it. I'm not going to say that happened, but they certainly have appeared on defense to be a step ahead this entire game. Guys are always in the right spot in order to make a play.
The offense has had its moments, too. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. On third down, Jackson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, they're up comfortably here, Charles, but that lead certainly not dissuading them from pressing the envelope late. I mean, if anything, with these passes, it's like they're getting more aggressive to try to drive the ball downfield.
And that will certainly lend itself to some post-game questions for that coach, and maybe you and I should attend that press conference and see what he has to say, because someone's going to ask him why he continued to push it. My guess, he didn't like how some of the snaps were run earlier, and he wanted to use that as a chance to clean things up, but he certainly won't.
And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. 7th play of this drive coming up. But a long way to go on third down. Now it's Jackson. And that is incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
With this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And that will force a turnover on downs. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to get it back here just past the 35.
Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I just scraped it off the top, got it out the road, out the turf, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. When they rush calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out the yeah. Tell me what I gotta do. Pull up in a bucket crew, one for me and one for you. Yeah, like with the roof. The chain don't cut me loose. Yeah, I'm off the chain, I'm off the noose. Yeah, get them picked off Bentley white like cotton. Residential so good, my doors don't gotta lock them. Watch the dirty money with oxy. I miscount cause I'm off yeah, these bigger than a damn proxy. Call my he said copy. Get that plug like a boogie. I like riches, hit like nookies. You ain't scared of no, but you scared to put on your hoodie. Man, my like Woody. I just scraped it off the top, cut it out the road, out the turf, out the block. I was already sold out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that pain, but it meant a lot. When they rush calls, the what I gotta do, I'm moving with a 2, I paid it out of 4.
Toys, convoys, 100 carats on my neck, my boy. That 100 bunny rabbits tryna get my boy. From the cabbage I collect, my boy. Heard you is gorillas, let me check, my boy. Say nothing silly, you regret, my boy. Cause we got banana on the my boy. And I can send it in a text, my boy. Thumbs up or the emoji with the flex, my boy. Personalize every threat, my boy. Toll free. free. That's direct, my boy. And if you need a couple, I'm the connect, my boy, off the top.
I just scraped it off the top, cut it off the road, off the curve, off the block. I was already sold, out of work by 10 o'clock. Too deep in the streets, felt that baby, that meant a lot. Whenever she calls, do what I gotta do. I'm moving with a two, I paid it out of full. Yeah.
You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move. Been at the bottom, I got the prove. You gotta choose. Yeah, I jump out the booth. Then I might hop through the roof. Got all the rings, stuff. My team is the truth, but they some liars to you. And they never sing, but they always shoot. And all of their diamonds are new. And that's why I'm here revealing, cause I really get it. And I need all my honeys in blue. You gotta choose. You like the top or you just like to lose. Make a move.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between
Dollar. Hey. DJ Mosky, let's get it. We the champions here in Los Angeles. We doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over. Call the promoters. I just put up in this thing with my soldiers. I blew it and I'm still. Last minute, I'ma need me some. Call up Khalifa. Brand new in the. You know I stay with some bad little baby. TGOD, baby, know that's a gang gang. Crazy girls after the game. We throwing hundreds, we going insane. Pouring this. Yeah, homies got me pouring this. We get awards, but we give God the glory. I'm shooting my shot, and most times I be scoring. Do this for my city, I bring on the trophy. Feel like Freddie Mercury, we the champions. Here in Los Angeles, we doing numbers. Bringing home victory straight out the huddle. I'm at the plug, introduced to my brother. My squad superior, ain't none above us. We doing numbers. Gang in the building, we taking it over.
Feeling like I can't miss. Baby, it's all in the wrist. You really wanna be the boss, it's expensive. Ain't the real champ if you never defend it. Put in that work, I'ma make them remember. I just broke down hella trees, yelling timber. Stand in the line, they put me in the center. It blow their mind when they see how I'm winning. Went back and doubled up, now you in trouble, my all hustle, my.
We are about 10 miles or so southwest of downtown Los Angeles at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood.
straight ahead. We've got a good one on tap here between the Green Bay Packers and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Dustin Hopkins about set to get us started, and off we go from SoFi Stadium. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line.
Jair Alexander on the return. The Packers take over on 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
Rodgers going to the air to start things out.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 22-yard line.
Now Rodgers. A throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon.
Just play number 3 here on the opening drive. It's an early 3rd and 1. To throw, it's Rodgers.
This one swung out here to Jones. He's going to pick up the first down and then some. And he's going to have the Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
17 yards. And the Packers
Rodgers to throw. He'll find Jones again, complete. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be second down.
26. Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
Again, they'll throw with Rodgers. And that is incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Rodgers going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down.
As soon as he leaked out and began his route, someone on the defensive side broke with him and arrived just in time to separate him from another reception.
Rodgers going to go on 4th down. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Let's go.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Here's Herbert. Escaping, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
By Dean Lowry. An 8-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
Complete to Keenan Allen. A gain of 11 yards. It's 4th down.
They snap it to Herbert.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Adrian Amos with a pick. There he goes, right side. And into the end zone. It's a pick 6 and a Packer touchdown. On is Mason Crosby for the point after. And it's good to make it 7-0 Packers.
Makes the score. Packers 7, Chargers 0.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15.
At their own 16-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick 6, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick 6 and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 6.
On 3rd down, here's Eckler. And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
Brought down at the 23-yard line. A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line. On play action, it's Rodgers. Rolling to his right. Touchdown, Packers. Robert Tonyan, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Packers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0.
Chargers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
First and 10 at their own 15-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up first. And he rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. And they'll take possession already in the red zone and in a great spot to add points to the scoreboard.
And Brandon, how many times have we seen a defense with a lot of field behind them get even more aggressive, right?
And it's a Packers touchdown. 2 touchdown passes now here in this first quarter for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-0.
Chargers, nothing.
So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And he's going to be out of bounds on the return. Not a great return. They'll start back around the 17.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out on Herbert, his 3rd interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. A nightmare of a first half for him. That's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Nasir Adderley. And the Chargers are going to get the football back at their own 17.
So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them, because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
And the Packers are going to take possession of the football. Well, CD, you know, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. We have 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared. Had an excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
Throwing now is Rodgers. Caught left side by Cobb.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Complete to Randall Cobb. A 9-yard pickup.
From the 44, Rodgers got a man. That's Lazard. And they move this all the way down to the 9. The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Now it's Rodgers. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
Perfect example of the kind of attitude you have to play defensive back in the NFL. You want to be the only defender around, and you want them to challenge you. And on that play, he came through.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cobb. And he's... what'll be the final play of this first quarter. The Packers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they'll see what they can do on 3rd and goal. Rodgers.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard. Aaron Rodgers, 3 first-half touchdown passes. And the Packers are able to widen their lead here in this first half.
His kick is good.
Crosby with the extra point, and it is 28-0.
Chargers, nothing.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
And Carter deciding not to bring this one out.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Herbert. He finds his target, Allen. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25.
It's a gain of 21 yards. That's another Chargers first down.
Herbert on first down now. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 16-yard line.
From the 16, Herbert.
Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. I hate to say it, Charles, but the way that he has played in this first half, you just kind of hold your breath every time he drops back to pass.
Yeah, you might be holding your breath, but those guys on the defensive side of the ball, they've got big smiles on their faces. He's handing out picks like the people just leave the candy out at Halloween and you take what you want. They're having a blast out there playing against him today.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions of what was once a nice drive, stalled out here. I'm going to give credit to the secondary partner. Never gave up as they gave up a few yards, and they came through on that play to deny that pass and force the 4th down.
On 4th down, Herbert. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Darnell Savage. And the Packers are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his...
And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Even later into his career now, there aren't too many guys that can launch it downfield with accuracy better than Aaron Rodgers. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to under pressure, and they got to him again. Kenneth Murray. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. Here's Rodgers. They're going for Lazard, but this is intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 41.
So that potentially an important takeaway here in the 2nd quarter.
Because what it does is give their offense a chance to put a drive together. They've got nothing on the scoreboard so far, so you have to think that they need something before the break. And now they have an opportunity.
The Charger drive about to get going. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete on the deep ball.
They've had multiple opportunities on offense and still haven't scored any points. Felt like they wanted to loosen things up, throw it downfield, and see if maybe they could get a big play and a quick strike.
Herbert's throw there complete to Allen. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
A gain of 1 brings up
Here's Herbert.
and 9.
And now here's another interception. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it. Well, all I can do up here is just shake my head. I mean, 6 interceptions. I cannot imagine what he's thinking between the ears right now.
Well, just think of how it is for his teammates, because after the first few, you know they're going over to him, hey, we'll get them next time. Now they're probably a little bit frustrated. And if you're a receiver, you're thinking to yourself, any ball that's in the air, you become receiver and defensive back. You've got to go compete for the ball so that you don't get another one picked off.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. On play action, now Rodgers.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard.
4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers.
And the Packers open the lead up to 34-0.
Crosby connects on the extra point, and that makes this 35-0 now.
Chargers, nothing. Mason Crosby to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away.
Fielded just outside the goal line. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together.
He's got a man, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
A gain of 36 yards. And the Chargers
on 1st and 10, Herbert. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back.
On the move past the 40.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Back to throw here, Herbert. And he can't escape, and down he goes. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got it to Williams. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 22-yard line. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Herbert setting up to throw on 1st down. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen as the first half is winding down. And the Chargers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28.
35, Chargers 7. Justin Hopkins to kick off for the Chargers.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters.
He's got a man, complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by Crosby is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Chargers going to get the football first here in this second half, and they trail as we get back underway. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
The Charger drive about to get going.
A CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history. That's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
34 yards. And the Chargers, first down. First and 10 at the 50-yard line.
From the 50, here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen.
And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
It's now second and 6 at the Packers' 46-yard line.
Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Just what they need, a lecture from me, but subpar offense is what helped get them into this spot. And now they're continuing the trend with incompletions. That won't get them out of it if they don't change something soon.
To the air again, Herbert. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up the first and goal.
It's a pickup of 46 yards. Complete to Gerald Everett.
Now it's Herbert. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Well, he certainly didn't like what he saw at all from the coverage on his primary reads, and he didn't even have any luck trying to get back to his safety valve. Give defense a credit. Coverage was in lockdown mode everywhere.
Another shot from the 1 on second and goal. Here's Herbert. Got a man. It's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with his second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Chargers are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
He has his 2 scores, but still a sizable deficit in this game.
Do you have him in fantasy football this week?
Unfortunately, no.
It's too bad, right? That would have been big points, but he is really trying to rally his team as best he can. Things are not going as well the rest of the way for them. That's why they're down. With this deficit, he might need to score a couple more times to give them a chance.
I guess the last score wasn't enough for them. They want more. Here comes an onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now Dave gives.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play.
That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Watkins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. They'll go for it. It's Rodgers. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he is going to have a Packers first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
First down, Green Bay.
That's thrown quickly out wide to Lazard. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be second and goal.
Well, that wasn't exactly a thing of beauty. I know they completed the pass, but look at the yardage lost. I mean, who does that make happy?
That's why I don't play in PPR points per reception fantasy leagues right there.
You'd be real.
And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Aaron Rodgers on fire, his 5th touchdown pass of the ball game. And the Packers are pouring it on. And this is going to be caught. Not sure about the need to go for 2, but they get it and extend this lead out even further. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just...
And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.